Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw the Barbarian King from Clash of Clans. So we're going to start a little bit differently. We're going to start at the top of his crown where this forehead meets the crown. So start on the left side and then draw a curved line from left to right. And from here I'm just going to go straight up on either side of the crown. And from here I'm just going to do a curve that kind of comes around this way, but as I go along I'm going to create these two sort of prongs that stick out of the crown like this. Go across, go up again, cross, down. You can see that I'm trying to keep this lower line consistent all the way across. And then from here, I'm just going to come in a little bit on the right side, go up with two short lines, then angle that line down, and then come down at an angle on one side, on the left, and come straight down. This is to show that there's some perspective here. On this side here, I'm just going to draw a little bit more perspective, just like that. And we're going to draw in a couple of bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one kind of curves around the side, and 5. And on each side, on this corners, I'm just going to come in with an angle, and then I'm just going to double thicken that line along the edge of that crown. Right now, from here, now I can kind of draw my way down his face. So from here, I'm going to draw the center of his brow. So here, I'm going to come down with a straight line. And then I'm going to curve this line around, but I'm not going to touch the crown. I'm going to come to the side of the head here. And I'm going to do the same with the other side, like this. And because he's facing that way, this side is going to be a little bit shorter than this side here. And from here, I can draw in his eyes. So from here, I'll go over on the left side here. I'll draw a curve just like this. And on the right side, I'll draw a similar curve, just like so. And then this side, I just want to draw a little bit of a bag under his eye. So I'm just going to draw a line like this. And on the right side. And then his pupils, on the left side here, I'm just going to draw it on the bottom left corner. And on the right side, I'll do the same. Okay, from here, I'm going to draw his nose. So he's got a big sort of round nose. I'll start on the left side on the top here. And I'll draw a curve that sort of looks like an oval. And I'll come up and stop right about here. And from this side, I can draw the one side of his nostril, and this side, his right side, gets tucked in behind the front of his nose. Okay, from here, I'm going to draw his mustache. So let's start on the side, on the left side here of his nostril, and come out with a line, with a curve, and on the right side as well. And on both sides, I'm going to come down with a curve, just like this. And on the left side here, I'm just going to connect these 2 points with a curved line. On the right side, it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to actually make a contour of his cheek. So I'll come in towards his face, and I'll kind of bulge out a little bit, and then come back in and meet that line there. Let's draw the top of his mustache. So here on the left side, I'll draw a curve that kind of comes down towards the right. And then here on the left, I'm just going to come down towards his chin. And on the right side, I'll come down towards his chin. And he's going to have a snarl. So on the left side here, I'm just going to draw a curve that kind of curls up just like this. So it goes down and back up again. And then on the left side, I'm just going to draw a short line. And then on the bottom part of it, I'm just going to draw the T. And this is where I'd color this in black. It kind of looks like he's got gritting teeth. And on the front here, I can actually draw the same thing. So a short little line like that. Underneath the mouth, I'm just going to draw a curve just to indicate the bottom lip. And from here, I'm going to connect this, the left side to the right. But as I go along, I'm going to draw sort of a hook up. I'll overlap and then come back up again, just to show it's sort of like a chin line there. Okay, from here, on this side, I'm going to come up on both sides, kind of like this. This is for the beard. It kind of comes up like so. And this point will connect to that crown. So I'm just going to go straight up with a curved line. And in here, I'm just going to kind of curve it in towards his face, just like that. And then I'll draw in his ears. So it's basically a C shape with a little bit of a detail inside. Alright, now from here I'm going to draw his big shoulder guard. Because this is the first thing it's in front of the body, so I'm going to draw this side first. So let's start up here, and it's going to curve around. It's going to be quite large, so it covers this whole area here. So let's start here. I'm just going to kind of touch that chin there. I'll curve around, and I'll come out just like this. So it's like a half circle. And then from this point, I'm going to come in. And on this side, I'll come in. From here, I'm going to connect those with a curve, just to make it a little bit thicker, just like that. And then on either side, I'm just going to come down a little bit and draw a curve, just like that. And from this point, I'm going to draw a diagonal line in. From this point, I'll draw a diagonal line in. And from here, he's got this big giant spike in the middle, so I'll draw a point from where I want it to go. And I'll come down with two lines that sort of spread out. And from this side, I'm just going to draw a slightly shorter line like that, just to give it a little bit of perspective. Here, I'm just going to draw a little curve towards the bottom of his ear, just to show his shoulder there. Okay, from here I'm going to go down to the arm. So let's draw a curve. So from here, I'm just going to curve an arm in. So this is sort of like the forearm coming in. And then I'm going to cap that off with a curved line. So it kind of extends beyond that line there for the forearm. From here, I'm just going to come in with two short lines. And then again, I'm going to go a little bit wider. And I'll draw part of his glove like this. And I'll curve those ends in towards each other. And then I'm going to finish that off with another curve. And I'm going to split it, just like so. Alright, from here I'm going to start with a thumb. So I'm just going to draw a curve like this. For the thumb, I'll straighten out the tip of his thumb. And I'll come back in. You can see that I'm going a little bit wider as I come towards the hand. I'm just going to do a separation here just like this. And I'll draw another separation just for the thumb joint there. From here, I'm going to draw a curve for the first finger, the index finger. I'll straighten out the fingertip. And curve towards the back palm of the hand. And I'm just going to connect this with a curve. And again, I'm going to do a finger separation for the joint. Here, I'm going to come over to the left side. And I'm just going to draw a curve that goes and tucks in behind that finger. And then from here, I'm going to draw a curve that tucks in behind that next finger. And here I can go in and just do separations like so. And this, because the finger is tucking in behind, I'm going to draw the separation the opposite direction. And then I'm going to draw a line here. And he's got two spikes on the backs of his palm, so I'll draw sort of like a triangle here, a line here, and a spike, just like that. Okay, so there's his arm in the front. We'll go into the center of his chest and work our way down. So in the middle of his chest, he's got this diamond shape. So I'll draw sort of like a sideways square, or tilted square, with a circle in it. And he's got a strap that goes across his chest, and then one that comes across the other side. So on this side, I'm just going to start here and draw a curve towards the center, or the side of that diamond. I'll do the same thing on the top side here. You can sort of see, if you want, you can actually tuck that in behind the shoulder and behind the chin there. On this side, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to curve up. I'm going to curve this in and tuck it in behind that chin. Alright, so now if I imagine the chest coming down, so up here, I imagine the chest coming down, so it curves in, it stops right about where this diamond is. I'm going to curve out just down right about where the belt would be here. And in the middle of the chest here, or middle of the stomach, I'm going to draw the belt. So a big rectangle. So straight across, straight down on either side, equal length, and then line across the bottom. I'm going to make this twice as thick by going across and making like a frame, like so. Then on the right side here, I'm just going to draw a little notch thing like that. From here, I'm going to imagine the belt coming across, so I'll come down a little bit on the top, go across here, down a bit on the top, and curve up along the left side. I'll come down, and on the bottom here I'm just going to come up a little bit, draw that curve up. On the left side here I'll come up a little bit, and draw a line up. And draw a little circle just for a belt notch if you'd like. Now from here, I'm going to imagine the chest from here comes across, and I'm just going to sort of taper it out like this. Same for this side, I'll go across, but I almost forgot, I'm going to draw the strap that comes across the chest like this. So this chest actually gets tucked in behind, this will come across like that. Alright, now let's get down to the legs, the bottom torso. So from this point where the belt is, I'm going to come around, and basically I'm doing a half circle around. Okay, and as I go along, I'm just going to draw a little notch, like an upside down V. And I'll come across and I'll tuck in behind that hand like that. let's draw the first leg. So the left leg here, I'm going to draw a curve just like that. It kind of curves in towards the leg. And I'm going to draw another curve that sort of has an overlap. On the back side of the leg, so imagine the leg is about this thick, I'll come in towards the ankle. And I'm going to do a heel. And then the top of the foot, I'm just going to curve it outwards like that. Alright? And from here, I'm just going to come around and up with the one toe. So I'm not going to draw a lot of toe detail because actually his design doesn't actually have any. Then I'm going to come up a little bit, draw a second toe, and I'll just kind of merge that in for the third toe. Then up here, I'm just going to draw a strap that curves up on the top of the feet, making that double wide. On the side of the foot here, I'm going to come out a little bit, and then come down. This is for the bottom of the sandal. I'll do the same for this side, so I'll come out and down. I'm just going to connect this with a line. So the line that comes out towards that first toe, and I'll draw a separation line, and I'll come straight across, combining those two. So there's the first foot. On this side here, I'll draw the front of the thigh first. So here, I'm just going to draw a curve that comes in towards the ankle. And then on the back side here, so the leg is going to be about this thick, I'll draw a straight line towards the back of the ankle. I'll come in. I'll draw the heel. And from here, I'm just going to curve out and then around. From this side, I'm going to curve up, drawing one toe, just like I did here, two, and then I'll combine that just like that. And then again, I'm going to draw two straps for the sandal. On this side, I'm going to come out a little bit and down. This side, I'll come out and down. You can go to the center of this toe if you want and just draw that line first if you want, and that'll make it easier to connect those lines, just like I did on this side here. And then right around the knee, I'm just going to draw a little line, an upward line like that, just to indicate the knee. And last part is the fist here. I'm going to have him holding the sword. So if his fist is around here, I'm going to draw the first finger, second finger, third finger. And from here, I'm just going to draw short lines from where those points are. And on the top, I'll go straight across. And on the bottom, I'll go straight across. And I'll connect those 2 points with a curved line for the back of the palm. Then here, I'll draw the thumb, so I'll come out. And I'll curve around. And from here, underneath this finger, I'm going to make 2 lines that kind of go towards each other. And again, I'll come up a little bit, and I'll draw a diamond. Just like this. And I'll draw a circle inside. Then here, I'm going to draw a line down the middle between the fist. And I'll go with a curve, or a straight line that goes up. So it angles out, kind of like a Y. I'll come down on either side. And I'll come in towards that fist. And from here, I'm going to draw a straight line up. I'll draw 2 angled lines, so it looks sort of like an arrow pointing up. And I'm going to come down, straight down on either side. But as I come down, I'm just going to draw a couple notches. So there's one. Here, I'll draw another notch, just like that. And then here, I'm just going to draw a part of the forearm going in towards the fist. Here, I'll draw forearm separation with the bicep. And last but not least, up about here is where the shoulder would go. And I think that's it. There we have it. There's Barbarian King from Clash of Clans. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give it a like, and we'll see you again soon.